Hello and welcome to this spontaneous Sunday stream. I didn't think I was going to do a stream today, but I decided to because why not? It'll probably be a shorter one. Uh, Last time I had to take the stream down, unfortunately, but we worked on these fin funnels and we have the backpack almost complete. There is one more part, and that is the UAV, which connects, I think, like this, or I think it's actually goes, yeah, it goes this way. So we're going to finish that up today. We'll have a full backpack and my painting job of the base should be done. We actually bring it over to see if it has dried enough and if I let the gloss of it. So I went with a real weathered type look, also some like UV light type things, kind of like high energy areas. But yeah, it's real weathered. Got a bunch of rust down here, and down here, and it was all hand painted. So I think it turned out all right. Is it exactly how I wanted it? I debated doing a clean look or the like beat up look, and I think I like the beat up look. I might actually, because with the Gundams you get like a little figure. I might paint one or two of the Gundam figures and put them glued on the bottom, standing up, just to give it that little extra depth or extra flavor. And hold on one second. Sorry about this. All right, so I'm going to put this to the side. Actually, I think I'm going to give it one more coat real quick. Sorry, you're not really looking at anything. This is just a quick, takes me 1 minute to spray this. All right. And we're going to put it off to the side. And got to do one thing. Oops. Sorry about this. Oh, come on. For some reason, it's not letting me watch my. I have to like use the iPad to go, and it's not letting me. Okay, sorry, folks. Just trying to get this to work. Let's try this. I know I'm not prepared today. I kind of went fast. Hello, Farlap. Just give me a second. Trying to get my chat up on my iPad so I can watch while, or I can see the chat. while I stream. All right. Now we're good to go. We're going to be putting on the armor for the UAV that goes on the backpack. So far, I've cut out one piece. Ooh, I'm going to have a bad headache after. Spraying that stuff in unventilated air is probably not the best idea. But that's what I did. If I pass out from fumes, don't worry, I'll get up eventually. And we finished this runner, so we're toss that in the bin. All right, we need 11 here. We're really getting towards the end now because we're getting to the point where we're cutting or we're starting to finish runners. 5. Interesting triangle piece. And let's see here. We need H2. Why is it saying make sure the runner is clean? Makes no sense to me. And 13. Like those two. And then we need. And that's the last of this runner. So goodbye, H2. So how are you doing, Farlap? I hope you're doing good on this Sunday. Need F210. And I'm just going to cut this out already because it's the last piece for this runner. And it goes one more step ahead than what we're going to cut in the moment. That will go down like here. Another runner. Done. Now we need S2, 21, and 28. Oh, it's Monday for you. And bunking off work. All right. So how it works is to pick a piece off a runner. There's, see if that, you can see it better that way. There's numbers at the top that designates the runner, and then there will be a piece number afterwards, and you just gotta find there'll be a number next to the piece that you gotta cut. And then my first cut is away from the piece with a double-bladed nipper that can cut through the thicker plastic. And 28. Guessing that's this one. The one I'm covering the number over. Come on. Yep, 28. We cut that one. And now we're on to this one, which is actually the last step. And we need 2 E16s, which are on here. Down here, like so. They're missiles, it looks like. That's kind of cool. Give them a cut. And then before we put anything together, we do have one metal, or it looks like actually 2 technically, 2 metal etching parts that we got to put on. So we're going to do that now ahead of it. Look at 44, which is there. And it's actually got 2 parts. piece. So these are so hard to get off the plastic. Oh, that one actually, and that's the sticky end. So we want the non-sticky end, and it goes right in this indenture here. If it will let me. Okay, now we need to move it into place. Come on. Work with me. Come on. Don't know why it's hanging up on that one edge. Almost there. I think we got it. Right like that. I'm just going to put my finger there for a minute to hopefully make it stick. And it appears to still be in the right spot. And let's see here. There's the other part of it. This one's a little bit bigger. And that goes like so. The bigger ones are always so much easier to place. So that goes like that. I have a feeling these ones will actually show. That's why. So is this soon going to be some sort of a soldier spider? No, it's going to be like a Gundam. It's a third party, but like a Gundam type thing, mechanized like unit, mechanized armor. So see the wings here. It's the guy, and then he's got some cool weapons as well. So it should be fun. So it was 1,010 pieces or something like that. And the base is drying nicely. We got our. So now I'll be using my single bladed clippers to cut the rest of the nubs off the pieces. So like this one, we'll start here. And then we got the nub on the inside. So we carefully do that. And that actually turned out nice and flat, which is good because then I don't have to spend time sanding. Way too frustrating for you. There's times where it's frustrating for me, but mostly I started doing this for my mental health, to get out of my head and to just have something different to do. Gets me out of my room, gets me going. It's something I enjoy doing now. The only issue is now I like the more expensive models. I've kind of graduated from the cheap $20 ones to the $50 to $60 ones, and now I love the like $100 ones. But I'll do whatever I can. So with whatever my budget allows me. I did order a really cool one for the next build. So I'm excited about that. I like how there's two different whites to this. There's this kind of like off-white, like almost grayish, and then there's regular white. So it really gives some depth and different panels to this model. And what will help also is I'll be panel lining, and that's taking some type of like permanent ink, whether it be from a pen or a marker to there's special paints setups that will do it for you. Uh, it depends if I top coated and or to protect it, the model that is for the more like it's called Tamiya panel line accent. It's very kind of, it can really make the plastic brittle and crack if you don't put a top coat on it. And I wasn't able to do that for this one. At least not that I know. I actually might do it. Like once it's together, I'll take the different, not as it together as a mech, but I'll take off like the arms and the legs and spray the top coat, and then maybe use the Tamiya panel line accent, because I find that gives the best result. And with something like this, I really want the best result possible. This is my first like real epic big one. So it's exciting, but also nervous that I don't want to screw it up. And I've screwed up a couple times. So we're just doing a little sanding here with a file. It's a glass file, which leaves, it knocks it down and it leaves a pretty buff surface. So that one's down. I thought I felt one more somewhere. Yep, right there. Trying to find the right angle for this. It's a tough angle. I don't like this. There we go. And a little bit more. I know it's not the exciting part of this build or of building these. It's very tedious. But otherwise, if I don't do it, then pieces won't place like they should. You were into model planes as a youngster. Those can get pretty crazy as well. What's nice about these is they're snap fit. So you don't really have to use glue. And I don't use glue at all. I'll use, if I'm having trouble like where I cut something off and I need it to stay in place, I'll use this Tamiya extra thin cement quick setting. And what it does is instead of it super glue, which just is an adhesive that holds it together in two pieces, this quick drying cement actually like chemically melts the plastic slightly and merges the two plastics as one. So it gives a much stronger adherence. Oh, there's the last one. Let's see if I can get this. All right, there we go. I might actually eventually add music to these streams, like in the background, just kind of low. But at the moment, I can't do so. If you do want to join me on panel, but the ones that are watching, there's a link in the Discords for the StreamYard if you'd like to join me. There are some rules if you do go on panel, but because unfortunately yesterday's there was a lot of language and even some adult topics, and I'm really trying to keep this kid friendly and family friendly. That way anyone can watch, because these models are for anyone to build. not just adults. A lot of kids are good with models nowadays. They just seem smarter. You don't have a Maker PC? That's all right. Just keep chatting in the chat. I may eventually not be able to see the chat, unfortunately, because because my iPad, I didn't charge it, and it's down to 15%. It was at 19 when I started this stream, so about 20 minutes ago. So it should hold up, but real close. I should be making sure where. Oh, it's saying this one, make sure the cuts are clean on this. Good to know. And I'm just trying to see all the different parts. That. That's something cut. I can't tell. Trying to get a closer look to see. Sorry, I'm looking to make sure. Might hold off on that one for a second. So it goes like. Sorry, I'm just kind of looking to see how these pieces go exactly here. As best as I can. Oh, okay. I see how it goes down. Yeah, that gets cut. Always got to make sure whether to look in the rule book or the instruction book to make sure the pieces you're supposed to cut are the spots that you are supposed to cut. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing filing for probably all of these because it has to be clean. At least that's what the manual told me. That one did not cut good. Take an X-Acto knife to that one, I think. And we got this one here. Again, I'll take the X-Acto knife to scrape it a little bit. So there's two ways to really, I think, there's probably more, but there's two ways I use it. Either straight up cut, like, let's see, this is the one I got straight up cut. You just kind of shave it down with small cuts. And it's almost done. I'm trying to cut away from my fingers, trying to cut away from everything. I'm putting an extra finger on the blade to really try to control where the blade goes. That's good. Where's the other one? These two right here. So this one, I'm just doing a little scraping. So what I'll do is I'll hold it at like a 45 to somewhere between 45 and 90 degrees, and just scrape. Let the blade scrape it evenly, and it kind of just slowly files it down, almost like a small file or sandpaper. Takes a little bit, but it gets the job done. And then we got this one here, which will be cutting. I gotta find a good way to cut it. I want to get a better X-Acto knife. This one came in my original beginner modeling kit, which was like $10 on Amazon. But it contained these snippers, an X-Acto knife, some sand sticks, and a buffer, and I forget what else. Oh, and a pair of tweezers. So it was a really good deal. Like, you can really get into this at a low price. Like, you can find a high grade model of kind of your choice between $20 and $30, and then get that kit, and you'll be ready to go for your first model to see if you like it. And it should at least still look pretty nice. And all I used was YouTube tutorials to learn different techniques to make it look nice. I also joined a Facebook group on, it's I think a Gundam or Gunpla tips and tricks group, and that's really helped. It's nice and flat. That's nice and flat. That's nice and flat. Nice. Getting down to the last 5 pieces to cut for this. And we'll put it together. We'll put the wings fully together. Take one last look at the base to make sure I don't need to. Actually, before I put the pieces on, I will take a look. We'll take a look at the base to see if it is, if the gloss coat looks good enough for it to be used, or if we need to put one more coat on. So I put a coat on before this, then I put on a second coat during the, at the start of the stream. So now I gotta see if I need to put a third coat on. And when it comes to those things, you want to make sure you get the right top coat. There's obviously the hobby type ones that they encourage you to get and are probably really nice, but the cans only last like 1 or 2 builds. Whereas if I'm using Krylon it's an acrylic water-based, and the can is half the price and will last me probably 10 builds. So you can see where you can save a lot of money. I also recommend getting your tools on Amazon. You can watch some YouTube reviews, and you can find honest reviewers that will tell you, hey, you can buy these generic ones on Amazon and save 20 to 30 bucks. And I wish I would have learned that before I did my first couple of tool buys as a drop a piece, because it would have saved me plenty of money. Not that I really like these nippers, and I don't know if I would have went generic on these nippers because they are great single blade and cut amazingly. Pretty flat. Those look good. All right, last 3 pieces. And so we are really getting towards the end of this build, which is exciting. Though the next one hasn't come in yet, so we're going to be, it's going to be close. I might have to take a couple days off or stall the build a little bit, or I'll just do a lot of the boring finishing stuff on a stream or two till it comes, like the panel lining and all the water slide decals, which take a long time to put on. They look fantastic. They don't have like a plastic film around them like that you can see like you would a normal sticker or a normal decal. These, it's like only the pattern for the most part comes off the paper, and that's a clean cut. I'm impressed. We do have this one we gotta get rid of. A little bit more. Get what I was saying. Oh, you need to go and get some cooking done. Have fun with the rest of your day. Thank you for stopping by. Love having people stop by and say hi. It was kind of a last minute stream, so I didn't really expect too many people to show up, but I was like, why not? File that bottom real quick. There we go. That looks good. And last piece. I think that looks pretty good. And that cut. And we'll sand it slightly. And sand a little bit more. Just because this is actually going into a part, and I want to make sure that it fully goes inside. All right, let's take a look at our base now. See if we have to put a last coat on. I think I like it. I think I'm good with it the way it is. It's a little messy, but I like it. That's nice. I forgot I painted that so it still looks nice. We'll put it at the height we need to put it at once we're done. So I'm gonna put this away, clean it off real quick. When you have a glass file, you can use tape or some type of brush to really brush off all the plastic dust so that it's at its full readiness for next time you use it. Make sure to put your cap on your knife. And for the single blade nippers, we always put them back in their little protective case because the end of the blade is extremely small and extremely fragile. All right, so let's put this together. So first we got this, which pretty obviously goes here. Come on. There we go. And then we got these two pieces which go in the back. So what this is like a drone that can like fly around. So I make sure I didn't have to like do double of anything. No, no doubles. Except for the missiles, which I know we did. There we go. That moves a little bit. Don't know if it should, but all right. Then this goes in like, come on. Nice and tight. I gotta be careful because this actually pulls out. So I'm trying to make sure this is fully seated in, but also not pop any pieces. And then this goes like so. It should. Let's hold up. Oop. Oh, that would be it. I accidentally left a nub on. There we go. That should make it sit well. Much better. All right, now we got this. This, oh, I never even cut this. See, I got a little ahead of myself. All right. Perfect. So now we're going to put this goes like this. And I never cut out a green part, did I? Oh, I'm kicking myself now. V25. And since this plastic is hard all around, we actually use this to cut it smooth. Or a glass file to really finish it. So I gotta pull out the glass file again for that back one. All right. Almost. What's nice about this compared to sanding paper is it will not cause stress to the see-through plastic or the acrylic, I guess it would be, and we'll make it nice and smooth. So this goes like so, I believe. Don't know why there was only that one spot. It seems. Ah, it opens up. Is that a guy in there? No. Okay. Kind of neat that it opens up though. All right, now we're building this like V fin at the top. And it goes like this. Yep, we put both pieces of it together. Come on. Ah, okay. Goes over here. And that becomes one piece. And that goes down here somehow. No, no, there it goes. No, too far, too far. Pull back. That's slightly too far. I'll probably glue that depending on how the rest of it goes. All right. The last bit goes on this. Oh, oh, okay. So these go on. So there we go. There we go. Like so. Bring this back down. And let's see. This on the right way. There we go. And the missiles go like so. All right, so that goes like that. And I'm just gonna kind of is that enough? All right, let's get some cement in there. And just hold that down. For about a minute. I'm probably going to take tomorrow off. I got a couple things to get done. Actually, I'll probably take Monday and Tuesday off and come back on Wednesday. And it's sealed. So there we go for that. And now I got to figure out how this attaches to, oh, still there. Okay. Hey, Tonic, you're just catching the end of the stream. Finished the backpack today. And this goes on here. Like so. And I'm going to put it back on the stand. And then I'll show a picture of it. I got to remember how it actually gets on there. Sorry, you're getting a nice long look of my arm. There we go. All right, so I'm going to take this off of here so you can see what it all looks like so far. So there we go. That's from what would be facing, like this is the front. So pretty nice. Looks nice. And then from the rear, that's where it looks real nice. Take a look at that. It goes all the way down there. That's nice looking. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. And until next time, play more games.